welcome back to Cricket for Americans. Nick here, and I am bringing you a reaction of sorts. Not sure if you'll be able to see it based on how YouTube reacts to it, but it could be a no video reaction talking about Mohammed Siraj. I like to call him Siraj. And Mohammed Siraj is an Indian cricketer, a bowler, mostly a bowler. He bats a little bit in that tail end. But he just had himself a day in the day 4 portion of match 4 where he had his first five for his first international fiver. And this guy has really had quite the end of 2020 and beginning of 2021. He plays for RCB in the IPL. And he was taking some wickets for RCB. Their bowling has been suspect the last several years, a little better this year. But he's gotten his opportunity with this test squad to be able to get in the starting 11, somewhat because of injuries to players like Shami and whatnot, but also because the coaches and the captain believed in him and gave him an opportunity. And so at this point, he's got a few test matches under his belt. He's got an ODI match. He's got 3 T20 matches and 40-some-odd first-class cricket matches under his belt. But this guy had himself a day yesterday. A fifer. I mean, that is special territory against Australia. In Australia, at the Gabba, this guy busts out 4. He takes 4. The Kerr took 4. He took 5. The Kerr took 4 as well. So the Kerr almost had himself a fiver. But Siraj, he was saying to those people, he got himself that fifer. And I am looking at a request from AJ who said, hey, Nick, why don't you check out what he's doing? There's an interview on ESPN Crick Info's YouTube channel. And if it allows me to play it, I'm going to play it. If not, then it'll be a no video reaction. I'll talk about it. But I want to hear a little bit about his story. This video is called Mohammed Siraj Borrowing Fuel Money to Test 5-4. So excited to check this out. AJ, thanks for the request. And let's go ahead and jump into this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to let me know what you know about Siraj in the comment section. All right, with all that being said, let's get into this. Here we go. Just a third test. Wow. Started playing at the age of 20? Wow. Jeez. As parents always are, right? They're always confident. It looks just like him. Wow. That's awesome. Oh no, his father passed away. Oh gosh, what that's like. Wow, that was a cool little segment there. Wow, I I'm sure you guys had let me know and let us know in the stream about his father passing away, but I didn't remember that. I don't recall that. And my father recently passed away too last month, so I definitely, man, not to be able to go there, and because quarantine bubble, I'm sure if he would have left, he wasn't going to be able to come back for the test match. That had to be a tough decision, tough decision. And then I'm sure when he got, I mean, I'm getting a little emotional. Think about it. I'm sure when he got that Pfeiffer, I'm sure when he busted out those 5 wickets, Lord Siraj, that yeah, he must have got emotional. I mean, that, not to say that an accomplishment in a popular sport makes up for the loss of a family member, but I'm sure the family and his father wanted him to keep doing that, wanted him to be there. And so the fact that he was able to make the most of it, history at the Gabba in Australia, against Australia, that's some kind of nice, as one of my favorite commentators says in sports. That is fantastic. It's crazy when you hear these stories about people that were not born into a lot of wealth and whose family, I mean, it seemed like they had all that they needed, but whose family was not well off and had some of the finer things in life. The sacrifice of practices, of matches, of travel, all that stuff, those sacrifices become even bigger for those that don't have, the pocket change to get to just a match, just a practice, for crying out loud. I mean, he gets 70 rupees each day from his father for spending money, but he'd spend 60 on fuel. So let them with 10? Wow. That was really cool. It's so cool to see what he's doing in tests and what he did yesterday, because as a first-time RCB fan this year, that's what I learned about Mohammed Siraj. And he was, in my opinion, one of the better bowlers consistency for RCB. Yeah, there's a few times that he got dinged up, and I may have mentioned him on my what I did not like in my R3 wickets, but for the most part, he was he was taking those wickets. But to see him on the test squad for India, circumstances this or that, I don't want to hear about that. He has shown the ability to prove that I need to be among the bowlers for India when everyone becomes healthy. I mean, you get a Bumrah, you get a Shami, you get a Siraj. Woo, forget about it. And he has shown that he deserves to be there. Natarajan's done great. Thakur has done great mostly, but Siraj, especially that 5 yesterday, but he has been very consistent, been put into that role. I mean, I can see him being there for a long time to stay, and at least according to Wikipedia, he's only got 1 ODI match. They mentioned 2019 made his debut, so I'm sure when they're going to need some bowlers, that he might be one of the first ones that they call upon. But he's definitely done a great job in test. This is I believe, his first test series, for crying out loud. And to talk about the sacrifices going on, talk about the different situations that he had to go through to get where he's at, that's phenomenal. And I'm super proud of him. I was super happy for him. And I'm glad that as a new fan of cricket that I'm able to join him. We all are able to join him on this journey and watch him, grow before our eyes, so to speak, professionally at the international level, the toppest level for his country. Think about that. A kid, a young adult that's sharing, what was it, a 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom apartment with his parents not too long ago, is now one of the few test bowlers that India's counting on in this huge series. That's an amazing story. Gets me pumped up. Gets me a little emotional. Great story by ESPN Crick Info. If I can't show the video, then at least you're able to hear me talk about it, and you can check out the video your own. I'll still put the link in the description box. I want to know, what are your thoughts? What else do you know about Mohammed Siraj that you've learned during this time as he's made his rise and he's made himself known on the test squad? Do you see him, when everyone's healthy, being one of the guys that should get that call from Captain Virat Kohli, whoever's the captain at the time, to be, yeah, you're still in our starting because we can't not have you? Can't wait to read your comments. Can't wait to see. And at this time, as I'm recording this, day 5 is happening right now. India's got several hundred runs to chase. We'll see what they can do. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this. And until next time, adios.